Let me just start this by saying I wasn't snooping. I wasn't trying to catch her in a lie or eavesdrop on some secret conversation. I genuinely came home early to surprise her. I'm Jake. I'm 32, an electrical engineer. And until recently, I thought I was in a stable, healthy, long-term relationship with Megan, my girlfriend of almost 4 years. Megan is 29, works in marketing for a mid-sized tech company, and was, until about 2 weeks ago, the person I pictured building a life with. We met through a mutual friend at a backyard BBQ. She spilled wine on my shoes and called me Jake with the dad sneakers the rest of the night. I told her playlist sucked. We clicked instantly. Our dynamic was easy, natural. I fell hard and fast. By year 2, we were living together. It was the first time I ever truly felt like I had a partner. We'd binge old horror movies, split, chores without drama, and made it a ritual to have Thai takeout every Friday night. I thought we were the kind of couple people quietly envied. I wasn't naive, I promise. Relationships take work, and we worked on ours. We had arguments. Sure, stupid things mostly. She once cried because I didn't buy the right kind of spinach. I once lost my mind when she left a candle burning overnight. Normal stuff. We weren't perfect, but we were solid. Or so I thought. We'd been talking more seriously about the future. Kids, marriage, the kind of house we might want one day. She'd send me Instagram videos of baby animals and say things like, "Can you imagine this but with a tiny human?" I thought she was ready. I was ready. I even started looking at rings. I spent nights scrolling through jewelers, comparing princess cuts to cushion cuts like I knew what the hell I was doing. I had it in my head. A spring proposal at the lake where we had our first weekend away. Now I don't even know who the hell I was planning to propose to. It was a regular Friday night. Megan had told me earlier in the week that she was hosting a girls' night. Just her best friend Anna, and maybe 1 or 2 others. Wine, charcuterie board, chick flicks. The usual. Meanwhile, I had plans to go out with Tyler, my best friend since college. We were roommates for 2 years, and he practically lived at my place until Megan moved in. The kind of guy you call when your car breaks down or you need to move a couch. He and Megan got along too, which I always saw as a blessing. Anyway, Tyler bailed at the last minute. Texted me around 7:45 saying he had a migraine and was going to crash early. Sucked, but no big deal. I figured, hey, girls' night or not, I'll bring Megan and her friends some Thai food and maybe say a quick hello. The second I stepped into the building, I had this weird feeling in my gut. You ever get that? Like a buzz in your chest? Like something's off but you can't put your finger on it? When I reached our apartment door, I could hear laughter inside. Nothing strange there. I pulled out my keys, hesitated, then thought, no, don't just walk in. Knock. Be respectful. I raised my hand to knock. And then I heard my name. Megan's voice. Clear as day. Jake's great. He's sweet. He's dependable. But God, sometimes I just feel like I'm sleepwalking through this relationship. I froze. Another voice chimed in. Anna's, I think. You mean you're bored? Megan laughed. It wasn't a cruel laugh. It was almost sad. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I think I settled. He's stable and, yeah, he'd make a great husband, a great dad. But I don't feel that spark anymore. Not like I did with... She trailed off. With who? Anna asked. And then Megan said the name that made my skin crawl. Tyler. Tyler. I wasn't even sure I heard it right. My Tyler? My best friend Tyler? Anna gasped. Wait, I thought you said that was just a one-time thing. Megan groaned. It was, at first, last year, when Jake was at that work conference in Chicago. I swear I didn't mean for anything to happen. We were drunk. One thing led to another, and I told myself it was a mistake, but it didn't stop there. You've been sleeping with Jake's best friend? Still? There was silence. Then Megan said softly, I didn't plan any of this. Tyler and I just have this insane chemistry. And when I'm with him, I feel like me again. I hate myself for it. I love Jake. I do, but not in the same way. I stood there behind the door, paralyzed. I felt like I was floating outside my body, listening to my life implode in real time. I don't remember walking away. I don't remember getting back in the elevator. All I remember is sitting in my car with a bag of pad thai getting cold in my lap while my ears rang like a grenade had gone off. I didn't go back in that night. I drove to a 24-hour diner and just sat there nursing a coffee I didn't drink, trying to process what the hell I'd heard. Part of me didn't want to believe it. Maybe I misheard. Maybe it was a joke, but my gut knew better. By morning, I was numb. I showered at the gym, then came home like nothing had happened. Megan was already up, sipping coffee on the couch, in one of my old hoodies. She smiled when she saw me, kissed me like everything was fine. "Did you have fun with Tyler?" she asked. I nodded, lied. And right then, something inside me hardened. I decided I wasn't going to say anything. Not yet. I needed proof. So I waited. For 2 days, I pretended nothing was wrong. We had dinner. We watched Netflix. She laughed at a TikTok and showed it to me, leaning into my shoulder like she always did. I kissed her forehead and told her I loved her. That night, when she went to bed early, I couldn't sleep. My mind was running in circles, and I felt like I was slowly rotting from the inside out. So I did something I've never done in any relationship. I waited until I heard her breathing slow, then grabbed her phone. I didn't even need the password. I knew it. Her childhood dog's name and her birth year. I opened her texts, scrolled, past Anna, her sister, her work group chat. Then I saw the thread with Tyler. It wasn't long. They were careful, sparse messages, a few memes, a private photo or two. But then I hit one that made my stomach turn. "Tyler, that trip to your sister's cabin? I can't stop thinking about it." "Megan, same, I miss you. It kills me how careful we have to be. I wish things were different." "Tyler, they could be. Just say the word." I scrolled up. There were messages from months back. Mentions of secret meetups, of how Jake's out of town, of how we have to stop but I don't want to. There it was, in black and white. My girlfriend. My best friend. I put the phone down. My heart felt like it had been scooped out of my chest and stomped on. I didn't confront her. I couldn't. At least not right away. I needed to think. I needed to get the hell out of that apartment before I did something stupid. Yell, cry, beg. I didn't want to give her that. I didn't want her to see me broken. So I packed a bag, told her I was heading to my brother's place to help him with some house stuff. She didn't even blink. Kissed me goodbye and told me to grab bagels on my way back. Instead, I drove straight to my brother's guest room and broke down on the floor. The next day, I sent 2 texts. To Tyler. "You can have her. Hope it was worth destroying 10 years of friendship. Lose my number." To Megan. "I heard everything. I was behind the door. Don't bother explaining. I'm gone." She blew up my phone. 30 missed calls, dozens of texts. "Jake, please talk to me. It's not what you think. I love you, I swear to God. Please just come home and let's talk. You're being dramatic. Please, I'm sorry." Then, radio silence. A week later, I got a long email from her. A confessional, basically. She said she didn't expect to fall for Tyler. That it just happened. That she loves me, but felt trapped. That he made her feel alive, but I made her feel safe. And somehow that was the problem. I didn't respond. It's been 2 weeks now. I've cut both of them out of my life. I'm sleeping on my brother's couch. Half of my clothes are still at the apartment, and I don't care. I don't even want them back. The worst part? I'm not even angry anymore. I'm just empty, like someone hollowed me out and left the shell. I keep thinking back to that night, to the moment I heard my name behind the door. And I wish I'd never come home early. I wish I'd stayed at the bar. I wish I could unknow it all. But I can't. So here I am, typing this out for strangers on the internet. Because I don't know how to tell my friends. I don't know how to start over. All I know is, I'm not the guy who gets cheated on by the 2 people he trusted most. Except now, I guess, I am. Thanks for listening.